What's up guys, and welcome back to another Geeky Gecko Creations video. In this video, we're going to talk about the Oddball 2 project. And that is because I have not come up with a name yet for this, and I already know that there's an Oddball 1 project that is floating around the leopard gecko hobby, and a couple different breeders have found geckos that are very similar to what I'm about to show you in this video, and are working a project angle to determine if it's something that can be bred out. First of all, let's talk about Chimera leopard geckos. A Chimera leopard gecko basically means that a leopard gecko actually has two sets of DNA inside of it, and it is expressing both sets of that DNA. So this leopard gecko obviously has some snow and super snow genetics going on, but it also has some tangerine genetics going on. Now the pairing on this was actually a tangerine bold cross to another tangerine bold cross. Neither of those had snow in it for sure, 100%, no doubt. I've never hatched out any snows out of any of our tangerine stuff, and I've never hatched out any snows out of any of our bold or hyperxanthic bold stuff. So basically this baby comes from a lineage where no snow is ever involved. Now you can see that there's actually a decent amount of orange pigment going on this gecko. Now the weird thing about this is snow, and super snow specifically, is a genetic trait that takes away all yellow, red, and orange pigmentation. So what is orange and yellow pigmentation doing on this gecko? Well, it could also be a paradox. A paradox is oftentimes a reptile or animal that is showing a unique feature that it should not show. This animal is a super snow, and it should not show any yellow, it should not show any orange, but yet it is. Actually, I called this one the fungus morph or the mold morph because it kind of looks like mold or fungus growing on the animal. How cool is that? So you should never get yellow, orange, or red in a super snow leopard gecko. So that's number one. Usually a paradox is not this big. A chimera can be this big, and so that would be the direction that I would lean to with this one right now, is that maybe it's a chimera. However, here's the kicker: no snow is in either parent. 100% no doubt, no snow is in either parent. So how do you get a super snow leopard gecko from two geckos that have no snow in its lineage? Well, how did we get all the genetic morphs and mutations that we have in the hobby today? Something called spontaneous mutation. So long ago in the wild, when we imported these animals, some of these animals had what was called spontaneous mutations already inside of them, and other animals spontaneously mutated in captivity. This is shown by the plethora of genes that have come out since the early 90s, back when there were no genes. Albinism popped out, white and yellow popped out, and even line bred features like black and orange, those could be looked at as spontaneous genes that are making a change in the animal's DNA and passing on to its descendants. Spontaneous genes can be based off of the food you're feeding, the care you're giving, the environment you're housing, or just random spontaneity. That used to be a word I could never say, spontaneity. It could just be random spontaneity where a gene just randomly decides to mutate. Let's show the other side of the animal here. You can see there is a ton of orange and yellow pigmentation on this animal. The tail is really orange, the body is really yellow, and then has the blue over the eyes because of the super snow, and then it's also an albino. It should be Tremper albino because Tremper albino is in our bold and mandarin projects, but snow is not. So what this animal looks like to me right now is a super snow Tremper albino tangerine that is either chimera or is a completely new genetic trait that I will need to breed out. There was also white and yellow in this pairing, but so this animal could be white and yellow. I'm not seeing any white and yellow at play here. The other thing, could white and yellow be allelic to something else that's going on in here? Could the white and yellow gene have passed on, and then another gene spontaneously passed on at the same genetic location as the white and yellow gene, which would make them allelic and which would make them do something funky crazy like this? I don't really know, guys. We're gonna have to breed this animal to find out. I would say the words mold morph flows easier off the tongue, but fungus morph, the fungus, sounds a lot cooler. So let me know what you guys think. You can see that this is an albino because the animal is light sensitive. Albinos are not bad, by the way. They're just a little more sensitive to light. So I have very bright white lights in the workshop here, and so if you have bright white lights, they will close their eyes, but the minute you pull them into darkness, you will be good. And you can see that right here. As soon as I kind of pull it into the shade a little bit, it starts opening its eyes immediately. But look at that coloration. My goodness gracious. You want to say hello to the people? See? Eyes are open. And they always lick when their eyes become open. So what'd you guys think about this video? The mold morph, the fungus morph? Drop a comment below what your vote would be for this name of the leopard gecko morph, and we will see you guys in the next one. But until then, guys, stay safe, pursue your reptile passion, and have a geeky gecko great day. Peace!